Good morning. Move up. Good morning, all parents. Class of 2016, faculty and staff. I never knew the difference between the two of those things. Oh God, some stuff happened. Some bad stuff happened. Yeah. All right. Before I really get started on the speech, there are a few people I'd like to thank that are out here right now. First and foremost, my mother and father. Without y'all, I wouldn't be here, and I thank you so much for everything you've done, and I love you. And as I always say, we ain't got much time until we're all made it, and we all good. So thank you. And the following educators as well, in no particular order. Tiffany Fulton, Belinda Rojo, Jennifer Sweeney, Stephen Sharp, Adam Monteith, Jennifer Lynn, Chelsea Williamson, Coach Todd Hagler, and Mr. Corey Starwalt. Without you guys, high school would really, really, really be bad, and I thank you. World Class of 2016, we made it. Y'all can sit, by the way. It took some time, but we got here. We had the bell, and I think that's the only big thing that we all share, but it's okay. Now, we've had 4 long years of stress, hard work, late nights, and early mornings. And many of us transition into 4 or more years of hard work, stress, late nights, and early mornings. But as we stand here and we're ready to be as free as the birds, I got a few words of guidance that I would like to share with you today. This first quote is from Larry Lucchino, former president and CEO of the Red Sox. I'm a Yankee fan. He said, "Life is not about warming yourself by the fire. Life is about building the fire. And being a generous person, that is the match. If you want happiness for an hour, you take a nap. But if you want happiness for a lifetime, you help somebody." Now, I'm not asking you to go out into the world just going around lending a hand to everybody, but I'm saying, don't be a selfish person, guys. This generation and this world especially, we're so selfish. We want everything for ourselves. But if you take the time just to try to put somebody else before yourself once, it can actually take you a long way. And no famous person, rich person, or successful person made it to where they are, not even us, all by themselves. So please, I ask you to go out and be a little arsonist, but not one that just goes around burning houses. Be somebody who goes around starting fires in other people to make them just want to be as amazing as you are. And my last thing to say to you guys, because I'm going to keep it short and sweet, is this right here. It's a quote from Irma Bombeck. "When I stand before God at the end of my life, I hope to not have a single bit of talent left, so that way I could look at him and say, I've used everything that you've given me." So class of 2016, use all that you got. Become a successful person. Let's just make this world a better place. It's been real, and it's been real lit. And I want one thing. Can I get a oh yeah? I said, can I get a oh yeah? Can I get a ooh? Let's graduate, y'all. Let's graduate.
It's tough to follow. Good morning. Good morning. I am Todd Parker, the very proud principal of A.L. Brown and of the graduating class sitting before us this morning. I would like to welcome you to our graduation ceremony. I ask that if you have cell phones that you please turn them off. If you have small children, please do your best to ensure that those around you can hear the names being called. Also, please make sure that you have reviewed the program insert on the graduation decorum during the calling of names. I would now like to introduce you to some very special guests that we have here on stage and in the audience. If you'll please stand when I call you to be recognized. We have our board chair, Mr. Todd Adams. Miss Danita Rickard, Miss Anita Parker, Mr. Daniel Wallace, and Mr. Kevin Clark. We have our school superintendent, Dr. Chip Buckwell. And in the audience today, we have our associate superintendent, Dr. Kelly Burgess, and our director of secondary education, Dr. Jessica Grant. We also have our assistant principals, Mr. Art Christian, Mr. D.R. Cash, and our assistant principal of instruction, Miss Martha Motley. Our seniors have worked hard to sit in front of these seats today. We owe it to them to make this ceremony memorable. I ask you to remember what a special rite of passage high school graduation is. This is one of life's best and most memorable moments. In the interest of maintaining the dignity of this event and out of respect for every student's family to be able to hear their graduate's name called, we do ask that there be no yelling, whistling, or cheering during the ceremony. Time will be given at the end for a loud celebration in honor of every graduate. If excessive noise during the announcement of names prevents us from hearing names, you will be removed from the ceremony. Also, and very important, at the conclusion of today's ceremony, please do not exit until all seniors have marched by the prex box and into the courtyard. Once they have all exited, then family and friends are dismissed and we'll all meet on the K for a celebration. At this time, I would like to introduce Mr. Todd Adams, our board chair.
Good morning. On behalf of the entire Board of Education, I would like to welcome you to Memorial Stadium here on the beautiful campus of A.L. Brown High School. To all of the parents, grandparents, family members, and loved ones, as you watch your special graduate this morning, we would like to thank you for the love and encouragement that you have provided them. Without your support, the road would have been nearly impossible for them to navigate. To the class of 2016, obviously, you are a very special class to me. I have literally watched you grow up and become the tremendous young adults that are about to walk across the stage this morning. Of course, on this day, I want to wish you success. But more than that, I want to wish you a lifetime filled with great joy, happiness, and love. Because no matter what, when you have those things, you have success. So on behalf of the board, to the class of 2016, congratulations and Godspeed.
At this time, I would like to introduce our valedictorian for the 2016 school year, Miss Anna Lentz. Anna, please come forward. I would also like to introduce our salutatorians for the 2016 year. We have two this year's salutatorians, Matt Abba, Brennan Nesvogel. Please come forward also. Stay right here with me. It has been an honor for me to get to know these three young leaders this year. At this time, I would like to present Anna, Matt, and Brennan with their plaques. Congratulations to these students. And now our valedictorian, Anna Lentz, will speak to you.
Good morning, family, friends, faculty, community leaders, board members, and fellow graduates. My name is Anna Lentz, and I'm humbled and honored to be here today with all of you. Well, we did it. We have successfully completed one early milestone in life, graduating from high school. Today is a major step in the journey for the rest of our lives, one that should be recognized with great gratitude and significance. We have all worked extremely hard to get to this day, and it should not be overlooked. Our graduation should serve not as a stopping point, but as a launching point, projecting us into bigger and better achievements. We will leave here today, some will go to college, start a job, or join the military to serve our country. I think everyone can agree with me that we did not get to this point by ourselves. We owe an enormous debt of gratitude to many, many people. To our teachers, thank you for unselfishly devoting your time, talents, and knowledge with us for these past 4 years. We know it is your job, but what you have done for us goes completely above and beyond. You always take the time to thoroughly explain assignments, not just once, not just twice, but many times because we weren't paying attention. We are allowed to come in before school or stay late in order to get extra help when you could have been at home with your family instead. You always demanded excellence from us, even when we didn't think we could do it. You always believed in us. You pushed us to be the best we could be, never giving up on us. School was made a welcoming and warm place to grow because of your kindness and dedication to our future. To our coaches, thank you for making school more than just about classwork. Through different sports, we have learned the true definition of teamwork and adversity. We learned to always give our best efforts, not for the sake of ourselves, but for the sake of our teammates. You taught us that it's not about winning or losing, but about how we played the game. But I do have to say this. Losing was never an option on Thursday, August 20th, 2015. I think everyone knows what I'm referring to, the night we beat Concord and finally got the belt back. What a fantastic way to celebrate our senior year. To our guidance counselors, thank you for always listening to us and helping us prepare for graduation, college, and our future career path. Thank you for pushing us to take higher classes to boost our GPA and guiding us on a path that would be better for our future. When we wanted to drop an AP class to lighten our coursework, you wouldn't allow that. Not because you were trying to be difficult, but you were trying to enrich our minds by thinking outside the box and challenging us. We greatly appreciate your devotion to our academic success and to our future endeavors. Lastly, but most importantly, to our parents. Thank you for supporting us in every way possible. You drug us out of bed and walked us to our bus stops or drove us to school every morning. And how many times did you ask us, "How was your day at school today?" And our only response was a quick reply of, "Fine." In reality, days were much more than just fine. Our days were filled with exploring, expanding our knowledge, building relationships with our teachers, and making friendships that will last a lifetime. Thank you, parents, for being our rock and support. You offered your sympathy over our daily dramas, but you also gave us enough space to work out things for ourselves. Always listening to us complain, having our backs when things got tough. You never missed a game, a school play, musical, or awards assembly. You were praying for us, that we would be choosing the right friends, doing our best work, and acting in ways to make you proud. Parents, you have done your job well. See, there are almost 300 graduates here today, celebrating wonderful successes that you are responsible for creating. We love you, Mom and Dad. As you can see, we have a number of people constantly supporting us. I believe that one of the best ways we, as graduates, can show our great appreciation and gratitude is to go out into the world and make our marks. It is now our turn to shine and pay that debt of gratitude forward. As we graduate today, we need to again remember that this is not the end of our journey, but a beginning. Work hard, and setting goals is something that has to continue throughout our lives. A wise man once said, "Never expect anyone to give you what you want. Work hard, show some dedication, and go get it yourself." Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2016.
Good morning. I'm going to keep this short and sweet. I know everybody is hot and wants to get moving. I would like to start by thanking the graduating committee for allowing me the opportunity to speak. With this said, today is the day that many of us have been looking forward to for many years. We have worked tremendously hard to walk across this stage. When we were freshmen, Mr. Gary told us, look to our left, look to our right. At least one person sitting next to you would not be there your graduation year. For that alone, for being here, I think everyone in this stage right now deserves a well-earned round of applause. There is something I would like for everyone to take away from my speech. There is a quote by Gandhi that goes, "Be the change you wish to see in the world." This quote gave me the insight on how it can change the world. If you want to change something, what is stopping you from accomplishing that change? Everyone here has the potential to be great in this world. For example, if you don't agree with some of our political candidates, then become a change. If you don't agree with a law that has been passed, then become a Congress member and make that change. I am hoping that on our 20-year reunion that we walk into the Bullock Gym and I am greeted with lawyers, with CEOs, with doctors, with football stars, with basketball stars, and many more wonderful people who are on the road to change this world. Now, speaking of changing the world, I was given the honor of introducing someone who changes the world each day. He changes the world with the simple action of impacting and teaching his students. He himself has sat where you are currently sitting, being a graduate of the class of 1997. Everyone, please help me introduce Mr. Corey Stalwell.
Good morning, and an especially good morning to you, the A.L. Brown High School class of 2016. Not too long ago, I guess I'm kidding there, it happened before any of you were born. Not y'all. Oh, golly. Good hands. I was sitting in your position awaiting the conclusion of my A.L. Brown High School career. I did as many of you are doing right now. I sat contemplating the last 13 years spent in Kannapolis City Schools. I sat considering the trajectory of the next 5, 10, and 15 years of my life and beyond. I looked around at friends I had had since before preschool and acquaintances I had sat next to in class for many years but couldn't quite recall their names. Interestingly enough, some of those same people are sitting in the stands behind you as I speak. I thought about the teachers and principals who had influenced my life, my parents, grandparents, and other family members who I had made proud so many times, but who had also disappointed at times. I remember the feel of the excitement, pride, apprehension, and yes, even fear in the air. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Corey Stalwell, and I'm a 1997 graduate of and teacher here at A.L. Brown. I won't lie to you, I can't remember who the speaker was at my graduation. It's hard to focus on somebody's words when all you can think about is walking across the stage in a few short minutes. I do hope, though, that you will find something worthwhile and lasting in what I say today. I hope that something I say this morning sticks in your conscious, or possibly your subconscious, and influences the life you lead from this point forward. This morning, I'm going to offer you 4 simple things in life that will hopefully one day allow you to look back on your life with pride. I'm sure you can all think of traits and characteristics that you would add to the list, and by all means do. But these will give you a good starting point as you venture on to college, work, the military, and before you blink, a family of your own. Number 1, be dependable. The first is to be dependable. While your own wants and needs are important, always remember that others are depending on you for something. Your collaborative groups in college, your colleagues in the workplace, they're going to depend on you to do your part to contribute to the whole. Your friends and your family will depend on you to be there even when you feel that you don't have the time. Be there for others when they need you. You'll someday depend on them as well. A major part of that dependability is to be punctual. Get places on time. Get there early. Others are waiting and depending on you. No matter what you have heard, there is no such thing as being fashionably late. There is only late, which inevitably makes everyone else wait for you to get started. Number 2, be gritty. The second is to demonstrate grit. It's not alluding to what you had for breakfast this morning. Much has been said about grit recently. It's a constant on the list of why successful people are able to accomplish all they are able to accomplish. Grit is defined as courage and resolve, strength of character. Its synonyms include courage, bravery, mettle, backbone, spirit, will, moral fiber, steel, nerve, fortitude, toughness, hardiness, determination, tenacity, perseverance, and endurance. I'm sure many, if not all of you, have learned that life is not all roses and unicorns, and I'm not going to tell you otherwise. Stephen Crane once wrote, "A man said to the universe, 'Sir, I exist.' However," replied the universe, "the fact has not created in me a sense of obligation." The meaning of this poem is simple. The world does not owe you anything simply because you are here. You have to work for what you want, and the way you do that is through grit. You're going to experience moments in your life when you feel like you can do nothing right, or when you feel like you can't please anyone. While I won't quote Batman on this one, I will tell you this. Life is going to knock you down at times. It's up to you to have the resolve, the determination, and the grit to get up and metaphorically punch life right in the mouth. I cannot emphasize enough how important this concept is. If something doesn't turn out the way you like, do it again and do it better. If there's a relationship with a friend or family member that you're struggling with, work at repairing it. If you get a subpar evaluation at work one day, take steps to improve yourself before the next one. If you score below where you want to be on a test in college, which you will, study harder for the next one. Be gritty. The third is to be influential. Your influence can be intentional or it can be unintentional. No matter where you are, act as if others are watching you. During the many years I coached baseball with Coach Thompson, he always used the quote, "You can tell the true character of a person by what he does when he thinks no one is watching." Living this quote is a surefire way to be influential to others. When you're out in public or just in your house and you say things that aren't meant for public consumption or are simply inappropriate, keep in mind that there could be little ears within listening distance. When you're at work and take a shortcut that wasn't meant to be taken, know that there is most likely a colleague watching you intently. Be a positive influence on others. Show them the correct way to play, work, and live. You never know, their lives may change as a result of your actions. Pass on the best parts of you and make them change for the better. Number 4 is to be the best person that you can be. Most people spend their adolescence through young adulthood trying to determine who they really are. Some don't truly figure it out until their 30s or 40s. Some know the person they want to be, but they struggle with actually being that person. Once you find out who that person is, and I do hope that it's sooner rather than later, be the best possible version of that you that you can be. When you get there, I truly hope that you do some of the following. Be kind to others, even when you don't think they deserve it. Help those who are in need, but don't let them take advantage of you. Treat children with kindness and elders with respect. Always make a good first impression. People have trouble forgetting those. Smile, even when happiness eludes you. Cry when you need to, but work towards a better tomorrow. Lend an ear for support, a word of advice, and a shoulder to cry on, even when it infringes upon your schedule. Find a career that is both professionally and personally rewarding, one that makes you want to go to work in the mornings, and make this world a better place by you simply having been there. I can't remember where or why I was introduced to the poem The Dash by Linda Ellis. Some of you who have sat in my classroom for a number of times have read it on my wall. I don't know if you've read it. You've seen it there at least. What I do know is that it's one of the most inspiring and influential pieces of writing I've ever read, and I hope you get the same out of it. The Dash. I read of a man who stood to speak at the funeral of a friend. He referred to the dates on the tombstone from the beginning to the end. He noted that first came the date of birth and spoke the following date with tears, but he said what mattered most of all was the dash between those years. For that dash represents all the time that they have spent alive on earth. And now only those who loved them know what that little line is worth. For it matters not how much we own, the cars, the house, the cash. What matters most is how we live and love and how we spend our dash. So think about this long and hard. Are there things you'd like to change? For you never know how much time is left that can still be rearranged. If we could just slow down enough to consider what's true and real and always try to understand the way that other people feel, and be less quick to anger and show appreciation more and love the people in our lives like we've never loved before. If we treat each other with respect and more often wear a smile, remembering that this special dash might only last a little while. So when your eulogy is being read, with your life's action to rehash, would you be proud of the things they say about how you spent your dash? In closing, I can't begin to tell you how excited I am for all of you today. There are some of you who I've not had the pleasure of teaching. There are others who I've taught in 3, 4, 5, or even 6 different settings. What means more than any of this is that you are now all wonders for life. Whether you have been in Kannapolis City Schools for 1 year or for 13, the diploma that each of you receives will say that you are a graduate of A.O. Brown High School. That makes you a wonder for life. I hope you are as proud of that as I am. The students, parents, teachers, and administration of this school add to a tradition deeper than any other I have ever encountered. My sincere hope is that you always remember your roots and you bleed green and white for the rest of your days. Make yourselves proud, Make us all proud and spend your dash well. Go Wonders.
Seniors, please approach the stage. Casey James Abba, magna cum laude. Matthew Joseph Abba, summa cum laude, salutatorian. Tristan Emma Adams, summa cum laude. Ernesto Alexander Aguilera Johnson. Amina Toyin Madupe Akani. Douglas Maurizio Amaya. Alexander Amaya. Evan Donald Anderson. Alexis Victoria Bainbridge, cum laude. Frederick Antonio Baldwin. Tyra Jordan Banks. Dantrell Malik Barkley. Bianca Itzo Bernal, cum laude. Kasim Tyreek Black, magna cum laude. Ashley Brooke Blackman. Stephen Anthony Blackwell. Xavier Jalen Blake. Shaquem Jamal Blanton. Marcus Deshaun Bolick, magna cum laude. Melissa Evelyn Bonilla. Jakila Oshanae Boyd. Raheem Jaquan Boyd. Dylan Boyd Bradley. Catherine Maurice Bregeman, summa cum laude. Shelby Jean Brigman. Caitlin Marie Britt. Chase Alexander Britton. Selena Ann Brown. Jalen Malik Brown. McKinley Thomas Brown. Cassandra Louise Bush, magna cum laude. Cindy Bustos Cabrera, cum laude. Cameron Quayshawn Butler. Shemaya Ashante Butler. Wendy Yaneth Boutron Barrientos. Jalen Treyon Cagle. Brianna Dominique Carlisle, magna cum laude. Luis Joel Carmona, magna cum laude. Isaiah John Carr. Yolanda Caro Lopez. Simone Renee Carroll, magna cum laude. Jalen Armand Carter. Deja Denise Cawthon. Melissa Cervantes Hernandez. David Cervantes Moran. Tony Ane Chapman, magna cum laude. Florentino Eduardo Chela Hernandez. Armando Cisneros Para. Nancy Lee Coleman. Elijah Luke Cook. Kaylee Amber Cook, magna cum laude. Dante Takis Kusar. Michael Austin Coward, summa cum laude. Addison Nicole Crowley, summa cum laude. Michael Cruz Aguilar. Chelsea Nicole Cuthbertson, cum laude. Austin Dagow. Cordell Jackson Daniels. Victoria B. Davis, magna cum laude. Erin Nicole Deese. Dominic Enrique Delgado. Nancy Delgado Soto. Cassidy Lynn Dixon. Devin Matthew DeStefano, summa cum laude. Lindsay Megan Dorman. Dewan Amir Dowen. Autumn Michaela Dozier. Deja Monet Dry, magna cum laude. Alicia Nikhail Dwyer, cum laude. Gabrielle Hunter Earnhardt, cum laude. Brittany Nicole Edwards. Shaylee Brooke Elwood, magna cum laude. Jose Manuel Estella Jr., magna cum laude. Xavier Shamond Evans. Mason Stewart Fernandez. Maria Guadalupe Figueroa Caballero. Joshua Zenon Fisher. Sean Andrew Fogelman, summa cum laude. Rihanna Caitlin Frazier. Alexander Miles Fuller. Dominique Nicole Garcia, cum laude. Irvin Ramses Garcia Cabrera. Karen Ruby Garcia Morales. Elizabeth Ann Gill. Jessica Nicole Gibson. Marriage Gibson. Blake Cameron Gillum. Michaela Franklin Getting. Charles William Goforth Jr. Allegra Chabray Grady. Kyle Richard Graham. Tanasia Alana Green. Latrell Ronique Green. Jocelyn Chanel Greer. Xavier Griffin Greer. Brian Eduardo Gutierrez. Sandra Gutierrez Ramirez. Alston Lee Hampton. Carly Denise Hampton, cum laude. Okila Shanice Hamrick. Colton David Harrington. Sierra Grace Harvey, summa cum laude. Tyler Chase Hendley, summa cum laude. Akira Omanish Monet Hill. Rondeja Latifa Hilliard. Derek Diarlo Hinson, Jr. Tiffany Renee Horn. Eric Sean Horton II. Jordan Raekwon Howard. Mariah Chanel Howard. Raekwon Carmichael Trayshawn Howard. Alexander Michael Hubble, summa cum laude. Krisha Annette Irving, magna cum laude. Nolan Walker Jameson, summa cum laude. Vanessa Jaquez Rios, magna cum laude. Andrew DePauw Lars Johnson. Bobby Johnson. Damon Taurus Johnson. Lindsay Nicole Johnson, magna cum laude. Sean Wayne Johnson, summa cum laude. Terrence Whitley Johnson. Tyler Marquise Johnson. Sefa Kadira Galari. Anaja Janae Kane, summa cum laude. Emily Maria Kimberlin, magna cum laude. Celeste Marlene Kitchen. Celeste Marlene Kitchen, my mistake. Ethan Thomas Knight, cum laude. Desmond Terrell Knox, cum laude. Precious DeJaneira Lancaster. Amber Lynn Lawrence. Emmanuel Javon Lawson. Jordan Jeffrey Lane. Shantez Leeraj Leach. Keyshawn Jamal Sharif Leak. Anna Catherine Lentz, summa cum laude and valedictorian. Ariel Jade Leonard. Jayla Nicole Luder, magna cum laude. Anna Catherine Lippard. Asia Lene Livingston. Jackie Lowe, cum laude. Chase McBrayer Logan. Nazareth Bernice Lopez. Michael Dylan Love. Andrea Nicole Luttrell. Jemiah Alicia Mack. George Madeira. Jenica Missouriya, magna cum laude. Jessica Missouriya, summa cum laude. Khalid Isan Mann. Tyler William Martinez. Sabino Martinez Carmona, magna cum laude. Private First Class, Scott Allen Mason. Ana Karina Mata Soto. Keenan Lamont Maxwell. Charisma Monet McLean. Savannah Michael McLean, cum laude. Jermaine Montez McCoy. Sandon Dominique McCoy. Alexia Cameron McCree. Haley Diana McDonald. Kirsten Nicole McLaughlin. Jalen Maurice McNeil. Emily Anahi Medrano Larios, magna cum laude. Miranda Lynn Mena. Yuvia Susanna Mendez, magna cum laude. Azania Trene Merle, magna cum laude. Isaac Davis Miles, magna cum laude. Lexus Simone Miller. Caitlin Elizabeth Moore, cum laude. Juan Jamal Morgan, Jr. Ana Cristina Mosqueda Santa Cruz. Carlos De Leon Dupree Mullins, magna cum laude. Daniel Joseph Myers. Devon Cameron Myers. Maybell Paula Nava. Carolina Leonore Nava Clavel. Jalon Darian Neal. Brennan Hunter Nesvogel, summa cum laude and salutatorian. Carly Marie Newman, cum laude. Regine Imani Nixon. Noah Jared Norfleet, cum laude. Brian Francisco Ochoa. James Henry Odom, cum laude. Holly Dawn Overcash, summa cum laude. Jeremy Mariel Padilla Diaz. Jada Arjane Palanque. Bryant Palomares. Tyson Desiree Parker. Jason Ivan Para, magna cum laude. Irlanda Yatsiri Gabrielle Pastrana. Maya Jalea Patterson, cum laude. Amelia Gray Peck. David Lewis Pennington. Sierra Cheyenne Peoples. Yusvet Areli Perez Guido. Brianna Quiche Perry. Jesse Antonio Perucho Pinales. Claudia Elizabeth Pacina Lopez. Cameron Dale Peters, summa cum laude. Amani Lynette Pfeiffer. Tashawn Lorraine Phillips. Matthew Seth Pittman, cum laude. Janae Latisse Poor. Taya Lauren Price, magna cum laude. Adam Hunter Prince. Brittany Danielle Proctor, cum laude. Diana Laura Puente Arellano. Michael Anthony Purvis. Zachary Alex Rachels. Nady Mariela Ramirez Salazar, magna cum laude. Maylin Karina Ramos Muncada. Jordan Lamont Reed. Alejandra Renteria Alvarez, magna cum laude. Camille Elizabeth Reinhardt, magna cum laude. Ruth Marie Rios. Casey Tyson Ritchie, summa cum laude. Brandon James Roberts, magna cum laude. Cameron Banks Rogers, magna cum laude. Edward Alberto Rojas, magna cum laude. Naisha Rashay Rollins. Paige Lindsay Rory, cum laude. Erica Rosas. Damian Tyler Rudd. Jalen Terrell Sadler. Brett Forrest Salmons. Raul Sandoval Miranda. Tucker Hayden Sapp. Abelardo Salcedo Jr. Juan Jose Salcedo Mata. Nicholas Sebastian Siegel. Alexandra Gabrielle Seaman. Kayla Marie Sellers, cum laude. Nicholas Troy Sexton, summa cum laude. Kevin Leslie Shaw Jr., summa cum laude. Naya Dion Shaw. Tamari Michael Shaw. Taryn Micah Shaw. Yushara Novella Shelton. Charday Chanel Cheryl. Blake Everett Sigmund. Austin Daniel Silfies Heater, magna cum laude. Jesus Javier Silva Caballero. Casey Allen Simmons, cum laude. Kelsey Joe Simpson. Tadarian Kishun Sims, magna cum laude. Jennifer Ann Skillman, cum laude. Cassidy Nicole Snyder, cum laude. Diana Isabel Sorosa Ramirez. Maria Guadalupe Sorosa Herrera. Luz Clara Soto Martinez. Rodel Eurydice Soto Penaloza. Kimberly Elaine Souffrant. Jessica Renee Stanback, magna cum laude. Heaven Lee Tate, cum laude. Samuel Dalton Tidwell, cum laude. Jasmine Gabriela Torres. Pedro Ivan Tovar Herrera. Matthew James Trevey, summa cum laude. Deanna Jamela Tripp. Corina Trujillo Salcedo, cum laude. Lauren Michelle Trull, summa cum laude. Luis Rene Valerio Ramirez. Michaela Ann Van Dyke. Frank Anthony Vilches. Tyler McCall Voorhees. Gabrielle Caitlin Wall. Megan Nicole Waller, cum laude. Dominique Jamar Washington. Angel Michelle Watson. Thomas Michael Watson, cum laude. Kayla Joy Waugh, cum laude. Keenan Shamond Weeks. Zachary Scott Wheeler, summa cum laude. Deron Rashawn White. LaKendra Janae Weidman. Jamani Dominique Wilkes. Malik DeKel Williams. Nathaniel J. Williams. Kantisha Jatara Weinkoff. Ashawn Jamae Wiley. Mater Yang. Sherry Yang. Jacob Thomas Yates. Isaac Alvarado Ibarra, cum laude. Keontae Josiah Young. Thomas Moore Xavier Zimmerman, summa cum laude.
One six. I like it. 1-6. Congratulations, folks. Just a few things before we end today's ceremony. I want to begin with how proud I am as a principal and how much I love these kids. I hope you see the love that has been in this stadium today, the hard work of the professionals that have put this together. Dr. Buckwell and our school board, thank you for your hard work and everything you've done to get 307 graduates across this stage. Woo-hoo! And in the midst of all this, over 1/3 of this class were honor graduates, and more than $3 million in scholarships were offered to this graduating class. And with that said, A.L. Brown High School graduating class of 2016, by the power vested in me by the state of North Carolina and the Kannapolis City Boards of Education, I pronounce you graduates of A.L. Brown High School. You may turn your tassels. All right, folks. Let's end it in order. Follow you junior marshals. Let's meet at the K, everybody. Congratulations and have a great day.